Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, I want to ask you about the silence of the Congress party, which is such a champion of liberties, personal liberties and freedom of speech.
Navika, let me try and answer your question very concisely. On the problems in West Bengal, the Congress's leadership in the state has been extremely vocal. And let's be very clear about it, that the Congress hasn't shied away from questioning any violence or assault on women. But the Prime Minister has to be the master of hypocrisy. The Prime Minister holding the august office of the Prime Minister of this great country refused to visit Manipur till today, 10 months after the violence, which we all know has killed hundreds of people, left many homeless, and had that horrific sight of women being gang raped and paraded naked. That's a Prime Minister of India for us. When the women wrestlers were on the streets begging for justice on the accusations of sexual harassment against a BJP MP, the Prime Minister, of course, never heard their cries for justice. And by the way, they were protesting in Delhi, very close to his house. When Bilkis Banu's rapists were released in Gujarat, and by the way, Bilkis Banu was arrested when Mr. Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. When he's the Prime Minister of India, the rapists get released. What an irony, what a paradox. And in a way, what a commentary on the kind of country we have become with the political leadership we have.
You obviously did notice that Mr. Amit Shah went and camped in Manipur for 3 days. You obviously didn't notice. But you also probably didn't notice the fact that on Taran Taran, on Sandesh Khali, neither Rahul Gandhi in his Bharat Jodo Yatra, Nyay Yatra, thought about the women and the Nyay for them in Sandesh Khali, and silence on Taran Taran as well, silence on what's happening in Tamil Nadu against a YouTuber. If this had happened in a BJP ruled state, you would have cried blue murder, Sanjay Jha. So Sanjay Jha, yes, Bilkis Bano is an issue, and we've had several debates on it. Manipur was an issue. We did have several debates. Why don't you want to recognize the other incidents? And that is where the hypocrisy comes in, doesn't it, Tushar?
Can I come in, Navika?
Well, absolutely. Sanjay Jha is quick to remind everyone on the panel as to what the BJP could not do. Will he remind us what the National Human Rights Commission report found out in West Bengal when they investigated the post-poll violence? And before Sanjay Jha says that was a BJP plant or that was an agency sent from the center, let me tell him that the commission that had 7 members also had a member from the West Bengal Legal Services Commission and from the West Bengal State Human Rights Commission. And what did they find? They said that there was a criminal cartel which was working with the bureaucratic forces, which were hand in gloves with the political forces, which wanted to attack or which wanted to target the people who had voted for the BJP. And today the same TMC sits on a protest in Delhi 10 days before the first phase of the national election saying, you remove the heads of certain investigating agencies, Navika. Why? What is so uncomfortable about these investigating agencies that they want to make a show and theater of it? The drama about it. What is so threatening about these agencies? Is this the cash bundles that are being found? Is these the cases that are being investigated? Is this Sandesh Khali where the investigation is going on and the TMC wants to shield the main culprit? I want to ask from the alliance that now represents even the TMC, the RJD, the Samajwadi, any party, because it's the alliance, so they say. What is so threatening about the law enforcement agencies that the West Bengal, the state government, the TMC, their Rajya Sabha MPs are out on a protest against people who are merely doing their jobs, ensuring justice is done? Is it because they could not do justice to the victims of the post-poll violence in Bengal in 2021?